Greetings, fellow wargamers, and welcome to Xtal's Battle Blog. This is my first game with the 1.2 version. It is a 4,500 points game against my mate's Beast Herd army. What you see now is my deployment, and in advance I have to say sorry about some of the pictures are a bit blurry. I'm still learning how to take good enough pictures. Okay, we both had the Druidism spell, so I can go through this before I present the armies. The E is my spells and the T is his spells. And as you can see, I got the Master Earth, Entwining Roots, Stone Skin, and Summer Growth. The reason why I have picked Druidism is because of Entwined Roots and ability to heal. I also think that the Stone Skin is quite nice. Yeah, you'll see the synergies later in the game. Okay, from my right, or from the right, I have 7 Wild Huntsmen. They have the gleaming icon banner just to prevent me from frenzy charge in a bad spot. They also have shields and full command. Then I have my Forest Rangers. I have decreased the unit to 20 models now. I think some of the reason is because the scale of the game has went down, so I have to save points. And the other reason is that though it's nice to have many models, the games I've had, I think it is maybe a bit waste of point to have the last 7 of them. I just need to playtest it more to see. In that unit, I have my my general. He has a 3-up, 4-up, and the Whirlwind Blade. We have, as far as I can tell, lost ability to have a 2-up armor save and a great weapon, but we have gained the ability to have a 4-up ward save with a great weapon. So I think this is a okay trade. He also has the potion of swiftness. This is because I have in an earlier game lost my general just because I got decreased my initiative and got killed before I could hit. So I want to prevent that happening again. Then I have one of my 2 eagles, my bunker with full command, and a black arrow guys with my apprentice wizard with 4 spells and a dispel scroll. Then I have my glorious bastards, elves of the hour. They are quite similar. They are 34 models, full command. They now only have a 5-up armor save. To me, from my playstyle, this hurts a bit, but yeah, you just need to adapt. But to be honest, I hope we will get back the 4-up armor save. Closest to me, the self-made model there, that's my BSB. He has a 2-up and a 2-up against fire. It's no longer possible to build him with the war standard. I think that's too bad. I think he should be able to do that, but yeah, it is what it is. I now have a counter towards characters with the flaming. The unit also has the Emerald's banner. I have that banner because though they have low strength, I think they should be able to get as much damage output as they can. This also makes them okay against low toughness units, so they can semi-grind. Then I have my second eagle, and then a new unit I want to try out, or combination. It is Kiara or something from the forum that I think mentioned this build, and I really like it. It is 13 blade dancers with full command and the banner of speed, so they have movement 6. and in them is a chieftain with the blade answer kindred and the beastbane halberd, and he gives the unit swift stride. So long charges is awesome sauce. With the tons of attacks they have and decent strength, they can grind down units. And with the beastbane dancer, they are a serious threat against everything monstrous and monsters. Um, yeah, we just have to see how it goes. From the left side here, the first brick is a unit of Wildhorn. It's the core goats. They have full command, both units, but that unit on the left have the banner that gives +1 strength in one turn. Then a Gortak, another unit of Wildhorn with full command. Behind the Gortak is his BSB, is the Impaler Chieftain. Then he proxies a giant with my tree woman. Behind the tree woman, he has his general. That is a wizard master with 4 spells, 4 upward save, and the +1 leadership item. It was a fluffy choice to say. So we'll see how that works out. Then it's 2 units of gargoyles or harpies or whatever. They fly 10 and are a pain in the ass. And he have 6 minotaurs with a hand weapon shield, and he has a musician and champion in that unit. Then on the right he has his second giant. Okay, so after deployment, this is how the board looks. As I said, I deployed. Oh, maybe I didn't say it. I deployed everything after the second eagle, so I was guaranteed the first turn. I'm still trying to learn when you should put out everything and when you shouldn't. So it was a gamble, cause I gave him favorable matchups, but I had an idea on how I wanted to deploy the army, so fuck it, I just went for it. Okay, so after movement, I moved up my my glorious bastards, my first guardians up, so he had 3 units. If you can see the arrow here, the minotaurs, the giant, and the brick of Wildhorns, or I think that's the name for them. They all needed a 9 on the die, so I'm a bit unsure if that was wise of me, but I wanted to bait him into a charge, and if he didn't charge, I didn't want a too far distance when I wanted to charge him. I moved up the eagle on the left there to chaff up his leftmost brick. The thought was that he would charge into them and he could gamble on an overrun and then get a flank with from my wild huntsman, or I would just smash into him with those 2 units, hoping it would break him or something. On the right side, I moved up my dancer unit. One was to threaten his giant, and the second thought was that I could flank charge whatever that would charge my guardians. I also deployed them on the right so they could defend the flank of my guardians. Since they are so mobile, that's a job for them, and they have a decent damage output, so you shouldn't sneeze at them. Okay, magic phase. I got 4 dice, he got 2. I ended up only getting off the Oaken Throne. So after magic, movement, and shooting, this is how the board looks. I shot my 16 arrows at his Gortak, but not a single wound got through. I don't think I wounded him at all. Okay, after his charges and movements, The giant in the middle there failed to get in, but the minotaurs and wildhorns got in because of the way combo charges works and the way you have to align the units to get the maximum of models in. He only got in two minotaurs, or the one on the corner there and the one behind. Um, so I was really pleased with that. But to be honest, this fight, oh, I was really scared. But so was he. So this was a really exciting moment in this game. On the left side, you can see that he did not charge. I'm not sure if that was a mistake or not. He told me after the game that he was super scared of the wild huntsman. Um, and from my point of view, that would be a. I wasn't sure I would win enough to break him if I charged in, but maybe it's right. Anyways, it ended up that he did not charge my eagle. He just moved up, but he made a threat zone. So if I charge in my guardians, no, my rangers into the fight in the middle there, I will get a gore attack in the flank. On the right side, he couldn't move the gargoyles or whatever far enough to redirect my blade dancers away from the minotaurs, so he had to use his giant as a redirector. Yeah, this picture again. Ooh, it was really exciting. Magic, I got no, he got 6 and I got 3. I think he ended up getting off the +1 attack and armor piercing 2 totem thing on the Wildhorn unit here. And he also got the Oaken Throne on his general. But after this fight, I got, let's see, it was a draw. So we just both stood there, or I won by 1. Okay, I don't remember, to be honest. Anyways, we stood there, both of us, and he reformed. So when it was my turn, I couldn't get a short charge straight into his flank. He saw that if I got my rangers into the flank of the wildhorns, he would just eviscerate. You can also see that he sniped away my eagle with his impaler chieftain. Yeah, okay. I started my charges and this happens. I rolled 4 on the dice. I needed 6 to get into the flank of the wild horns. So yes, I say good boy. I stumble forward 3 inches and give him a perfect flank charge on my rangers. So just to stall everything on the left side, I managed to squeeze my eagle up where you can see him. I hadn't any more inches to go on, so I managed so that if he wanted to get into my rangers now, he had to charge the eagle. He couldn't charge on any of the other sides. I also moved back my wild huntsman so he couldn't charge them and he wouldn't hit them on the overrun either. But when he charges and end up in the flank of my rangers, I will get a nice little flank charge on his big block. So just crossing my fingers and hoping for the best. Yeah, I also brought back the wild huntsman after being a bit displeased with them, but I think I just need to learn how to play with them because people usually fear them a lot. So they are a nice threat, even though they sometimes don't get into combat at all. Okay, I get 5 dice, he gets 2, and yeah, it's a bad picture, but I end up getting off the minus D3 weapon skill, and I actually reduce his weapon skill by 3. This is huge for that fight. And this is the reason why I picked Druidism, because, as I said, I got the heal, so since we have a lot of quite expensive models and poor defense against shooting, and my list is hard counter against shooting, I can heal up models, though I forgot to use the trait attribute this game, but so it has got high value healing. And this combination, I have weapon skill 5 on the guardians. This means that most things hit them on most things have lower value. So if I weapon skill, so if I decrease it, it's usually not that much I need to decrease it with, and that means I will get hit on 5s. The reason why I don't take shamanism for this is because the -1 to hit do not stack with distracting. So when I reduce the weapon skill, so I get hit on 5s, then I have my Cadron's BSB. I pop a wound through, he got 4 attacks, strength 5. You usually get off at least 1 wound. So, in this match, I get hit on 6s from that unit, and that is fucking huge. Okay, in the combat, I still don't have that gut feeling on how a unit works. So to learn that, I just popped the +1 attack dance, and I think I did 2 or 4 wounds with my chieftain. Then I did like 7 wounds with my blade dancers. It was huge as fuck. Then I reformed them, as I did there. Now I think I have actually played something wrong. I have to check this, but if you reform, I don't think you can charge next turn. You can pivot, but not reform as... Okay. I don't think it has that big an impact, but still, I need to check that out. Okay, the next picture. Yeah. Since my BSB hits first, I get distracting. So the Minotaurs hit me on 5s. They didn't get anything through. I think he missed on everything, or... Yeah, it just fluffed as fuck. And getting hit on 6 sixes, it's like I think I lost one model or something, and I killed at least I killed enough to win the combat. His Minotaurs break from combat, lose frenzy and all that stuff, and that's nice. But the block of wild horns, they stick. So after his charges and movement, by the way, he lost 1 Minotaur from dangerous terrain test, by the way. He moves up his gargoyle things to chaff my blade dancers. This is where I think it might have had something to say, because I don't know if I'm allowed to charge with that unit since I reformed, but I wouldn't have done that if anyways, if I knew that, I wouldn't have done that. I would just have pivoted, and he had to do that anyway. But okay, things happen. I have to check it out. It's my bad anyway. Let's see. Yeah, he charged my eagle, and I was so annoyed. He got his dogs up from ambush and placed them so that if I charge them, I run off the board. I cannot hit the wild huntsman, or no, the wild horns. So he was really pleased with that. I was not that pleased. He also moved up his gargoyle, as you can see, and threatened my wizard bunker. So yeah, things are starting to look a bit grim on this side of the board. Magic is 6 to 3. I think he ends up getting off... No, I don't remember what he got off. He got off something. No, let's go back. Yeah, I don't remember, to be honest. Okay, he just popped the eagle. I think I killed one of his guys and overran into my rangers. And then this happens. Uh, he's still just hitting me on sixes, because I usually get the win through and that stuff. And he breaks from combat and pops through his general, and I pursue. And yeah, sorry for the picture, but this is how it looks at the start of my turn. And it doesn't look bad, but I have the gargoyle. He sees my flank. I do not want that guy into my flank, so I'm just hoping I will get out of his line of sight. So trying to do that and trying to win the game, I charge his general. He flees and he pops through his unit of wildhorns there. Then I manage to redirect and I charge his big unit that pops through his general again and goes off the board. So after everything, I managed to stumble forward like 4 inches, I think. So I'm out of the gargoyle's line of sight. It might be wrong, but I charge his. I think it's wrong, and I charge his redirectors there, and feeling I don't have any choice, I stumble backward 2.5 inch, and I just make it behind the hill. So I have just evaded that gargoyle. And on the left side there, I tried to do some shenanigans. I managed to restrain the frenzy charge, and I move so that when he, in his next turn, tried to redirect my wild huntsman, I will most likely, no matter what he do, I will clip his big unit in the front there and flank charge him. Yeah, I don't go into detail on that. It was, we were talking a bit about it then. Yeah, okay. If he redirect, I kill not everyone in the dog unit, so he end up fleeing. I might end up pivoting, so I don't touch his unit. But if I kill off the entire dog unit, which I think I would just overrun and flank his big unit there. But yeah, let's see how that worked out. Okay, a close-up of that that side of the board, and the doom and gloom of the gargoyle. He really scared me. Magic Face was a bit better than the 2 previous, so 8-4. And I managed to get off Stone Skin on the Rangers, and oh my fucking god. Strength 5, Arm Piercing 1, Toughness 6 elves. Like, that's nothing to sneeze at. Okay, I hit on 3s. A wound on 3s. He hit me on 4s and wounded me on 6s. He was so, like, heartbroken almost when that happened. And I was grinning from ear to ear. That, I think that saved that side of the board. Yeah, I killed his redirectors and overran, but I overran just 3 inches or something. So I was standing in a very, very nice spot for a combo charge. Not knowing how well that unit will do, I was still, yeah, this could work out. But yeah, you'll see how it turns. Okay, after this fight, he wins, but I am stubborn. He actually didn't manage to get off a single wound. So I reform and try to maximize my attacks. Yeah. This is top. No, it's the start of his turn 3. Yeah. He didn't manage to rally. I don't remember if he had a reroll. I think he had a reroll. A reroll a 9, but his general ran off the table. Then, after movement, the board looks like this. He charged his giant and minotaurs into my blade dancers, move up his Gore-Tex, so I can't get out of his charge the next turn. Then he has his BSB in the middle there, and the flyers to redirect in his next turn. Yeah. Oh, I was really excited for this match. This is magic, I think. 9-6. Yeah, he only had one bounce spell, so I think he threw everything he had. He miscasted, so he lost the bounce spell, but still he got it through. So he had one more attack in the front rank and armor piercing 2. Yeah, this is the second time of this game where I started to feel how strong this unit is. With all the attacks I was getting from impact hits and stomps and everything, I went for the 3 plus armor, no ward save, because you keep the strength strength 5 on the chieftain. Okay, you'll lose an attack, but still. And I think I lucked out a bit. I did 6 wounds with the chieftain alone. I think I wounded on every attack. So the first multi-wound killed off 1, because he had 1 wound on one guy. Then the 2 other multi-wounds killed off another one. And I think that maybe I did a wound or 2 more, but at the end, I think it was a draw, 7-7, with my wounds and his... Yeah, my wound and banner, I think. And anyways, we stuck. Yeah. Then this happens. I think I did 16 wounds or something. It was fucking a lot. He hit back with 36 attacks and kills off, let's see, 5 dudes. I win with a landslide, but he's still steadfast, but he fails his break test. Runs off the board. His dogs panic. Runs off the board. So yeah. At this point, it didn't look very good for my opponent, though from my perspective, it was good. So this is an overview after everything, after that turn, and on top of my turn 4. Yeah, and at this point, we conceded the game, really. We decided to take the Blade Dancer fight, just to see how it went. But as you can see, I before we did that, I moved up my my archers to take a charge from his core attack, and I moved as close as I could so his overrun wouldn't take him too far. I marched I managed to get my wizard into the rangers, and yeah, as you can see, I was ready to countercharge his gore attack. But yeah, the gore attack is still alive, by the way. He just moved it because he started to clean up his models. So, not being allowed to take the 3-up ward save, I do the +1 attack, and yeah, these guys hit so fucking hard. The unit did 7 wounds. My chieftain. He fluffed everything. I think he missed with 2 attacks and then fell to wound with 2 attacks. Had he wounded, I would have killed off the entire Minotaur unit and just had the giant in the flank. I still think this would happen anyway, but after everything was said and done, he had killed off my entire unit and put 2 wounds on my chieftain. We were a bit unsure how stomps and things work when you have less than 5 rank and 5 models and a character, but we played it as that my character takes some hits. So he took 2 hits and 2 wounds. So this is the last picture of the game. I won by quite a lot. It was fun. I think my opponent need to change up his list a bit, because he had misread something. So the 2 big blocks, he thought they had strength 4. So the next time I play him, he will have probably a stronger list. I also think that his general shouldn't be on a chariot, but yeah, what do I know? I'm not a beast herds player. As for my thoughts on my own army, yeah, as you can see, I took away my 3 fathers. As long as we have the forced upgrade with the impaling roots and tree singing, I think they are too expensive. Without those 2 upgrades, they are good and they are at a nice spot. Maybe impaling roots is okay to have, but no, it's just they went up from 430 to 480 points. 2 tree feathers eat up 1 eagle. So no. But since I took them out, I needed some heavy hitters, and my wild huntsmen are there. They are there for that reason. I think they did their job this game. They were a constant threat on the flank. One of my thoughts with that unit is they will most likely take some heat, but if they take heat from shooting or heavy shooting list, which is really the counter to my army, the rangers don't take heat, or the guardians don't take heat. So in a way, I think that the synergy between the units is quite good now, because focus one thing, but you still have some serious threats left on the table. But their job is really to follow the rangers when they march up, because I didn't do it this game, but they have the icon of the Relentless Company, so they can march up 15 inches and make sure to be in combat no later than turn 2. Having the wild huntsman, they can just keep on going up with them. So yeah, before I ramble on too much, I think this list was really fun. The Blade Dance unit, they will definitely get more play. I need to learn to play this list a bit better. I think it worked okay. Yeah. The last comment or thing I want to say is that if you have watched this video, thank you, by the way. Give me comments on what you like, what you didn't like. And further, I live in Norway, in Akershus. If you are from that area, send me a message on the forum, and we can see if we can get in a match. At the moment, there are no players that I know of that live in Akershus, so it would be nice if we could get a little crowd to start playing this game in this area. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching this far. And yeah. Bye.